don't know. I'm not a guy.
Right.
I'm assuming
No,
if I was a guy, I would kind of pee all over. Welcome to another episode of RATz, Random Ass Thoughts with Kate
and Tebow,
where we unprofessionally discuss absolutely nothing of value to anyone.
These are unconvinced opinions of hypothetical topics and events that may or may not have passed through your mind.
And if you finish a whole episode and wonder, what the hell did I just listen to? Then we've done our job.
Welcome to RATz.
Hello.
Goodbye. I got you.
Oh, there you go. I was like, I actually, as I was driving here, I was like, what's the vibe? Are we going to be somber or are we going to be celebratory? And I was like, really, honestly, you can be both. You can be so sad and you can be also very happy.
Listen, this was 52 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great run. So what we're talking about is that we are exterminating the RATz.
Exterminating, wow.
Yeah. We are demolishing.
That sounds really aggressive.
We are slaughtering RATz.
Okay, yeah, we okay, exterminating, I guess, makes the most sense for what we're doing. Yeah.
It does, right?
Yeah, no, it does.
We're exterminating RATz. This is our last episode. Bless you.
Thank you.
This is our last episode for RATz because,
Last episode for RATz. Yeah.
Because people are busy. People are busy. And
people are busy. It was fun though. It was fun.
It was fun.
I loved it. Yeah.
There you go. Thanks for the 20 people that listened. And
the whole time. Yeah,
literally. Thanks for the 20 people that listened the whole time. We appreciate you, and we can continue chatting on DMs.
Kate's like, talk to me. You
can keep talking to me. I'll give you my personal phone number. We can chat. We can have our own version of RATz. There's enough of you to where that's possible. There's not enough of you to where that's possible. Does that make sense? There's not enough of you to where that's possible. Yeah, because if there were too many, it wouldn't be possible. But because there's not enough, I can do that. Like, I could actually give you my personal phone number.
That would be saying it's not possible.
Okay,
There's
so how would you word what I'm trying to say?
That would mean that it's below the threshold.
Oh, okay. So there is enough of you to where it would be possible.
There is few enough of you to where it'd be possible.
That's so dumb. I don't think you can say that.
I know it's not. Well, I'm just saying. Yes.
I don't think I've ever. No, I think you would say there's enough of you because the thing is like, what's the metric? The metric for what?
If you want to say it in that phrasing, it would be there's few enough of you.
I have never heard that before in my life.
Otherwise you would change it altogether and you would say there's not so many that we can't.
I don't think we need to be making up stuff right now and be like, there's few enough. There's few enough of you. I think it would be like, there's few.
What? Just there's few? Just there's few? No. Listen.
There's few of you.
It would be there's not so much of you.
So
many of you that we can't.
How about we just say?
That's how we would say
it. I think it's there's enough of you because the thing is like I think that's the correct way to say it because you're like saying enough of what? There's just enough of you. But again, that would
that's going from 0 to up. Like that's the bottom threshold. You're talking about it. It doesn't go over the top threshold.
There's the right amount of you to where that would be possible.
There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, that's it.
Right. DM all day.
DM all day. DM all day. We can do RATz in private.
That's starting to sound a little creepy, I gotta say. That's
gotta sound a little creepy. OnlyFans, guys.
Oh yeah. Feet pics only.
I'm just gonna show like slices of cheese, and that's it. That's the king.
But really, really up close.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't know that it's cheese or what type of cheese it is. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, thank you all. But this is our last episode, and who knows what the future will bring, you know?
Wow, you're really milking this.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm just- and
I feel like
I want to say a few words to.
well, how do you end something? You don't just be like, okay, bye.
Well, we're not
I guess
ending
you
it
get-
right now. We're gonna do a random topic.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Oh no, we just came on here to be like, bye, everyone. See you
This
later.
is the entire episode. It's 5 minutes, and
things to do.
it's Kate's farewell speech.
Okay. Our last random topic of the
Every time.
of forever.
Okay.
The very last thought number is number 2. But you know what? Because this is just our last episode, I can just do whatever I want.
Yeah, I was gonna say that before. I was just like, you know what? I think you're just gonna pick one.
I'm gonna pick one. So there's a couple of really good ones, but let me get you one that I actually do think about a lot. And I feel like people would benefit from this one because now they're going to think about it a lot.
People would benefit. Wow.
People would benefit.
We're trying to give them something to benefit from.
Yes.
I like it. Okay.
I mean, if we're going to end, let's end on a beneficial note, you know?
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Okay. If one day all the lines and signs and directional cues in the world would vanish. Okay? I have this thought a lot. I have this thought a lot when I am driving. And, you know, especially like when you're driving on like a highway that has like 4 lanes going one way, 4 lanes going the other way. You have like an exit here, signs there. I'm like, what would we do if in this exact moment, like right now, as I'm driving, everything would just vanish? Like all the directional cues, all the signs, everything would just disappear. Like we would
use our GPS.
No, all directional cues would vanish. We would be in chaos because the thing is like, people can't exist without direction.
Yes, true.
Even when you're at the bank, if you walk into the bank and you're like, if there's no sign that says like this way, that way, like
is that how you walk into a bank? You do a little jig when you were like.
Well, I feel like if I do that jig, they'll be like, she's robbing us.
Yeah. They'll be like, we need to get her out.
No, but really, like, have you ever walked into a store and there's no directional cues and you're just like, where do I go? You go to the movie theater and there's nowhere to tell you where to get your tickets. People are lost. And I also think do you have some people who are just like, I mean, including myself, like idiotic, right? Like just dumb. I'm helpless. You know what I mean? So I feel like if that were to happen, like I want to see that type of chaos because I love that. I love when people are like, where do we go? And then they get aggressive too because that's what happens when people don't know what they're doing. They feel stupid and then they get mad. They get pissed. And then hold on, because they get pissed at other people, but it's like, no, it's just you. You know what I mean?
Wow. I'm struggling to know what to even add to this. You're going so far down scenarios that I'm like, I'm still at the all signs vanished.
Sorry, I went really fast.
You did. I'm displacing my disbelief in why or my questioning why all signs vanish. I'm putting that to the side. I'm accepting that all signs vanished.
They just vanished.
I mean, we would probably be kind of locked into a closer proximity and have to learn old fashioned ways of navigating, or we could just go where we've already been. I have a pretty good sense of direction, so I could probably go where I've already been, but not a lot of people don't. So that would be kind of chaotic.
Like, let's say you're driving.
A lot of lost people.
Yeah, let's say you're driving to like a different town, like you're driving down to Florida or whatever. No, I feel like that's easy. Well, no, it doesn't have to be. You're driving to Florida, because you know the landscape of Florida. But let's say you're on your way somewhere new, and you're driving, and all of a sudden everything vanishes. Like, would you know what to do? Would you go back or would you keep going?
It depends on where I was going, but it would be scary. It would be like intimidating because, like,
Yeah.
you don't want to get scared. I kind of know. I kind of weirdly know always where the coast is.
Okay.
So, like, if I could at least get back to that, and I know like there's a highway off the coast, so I can go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I would on the way down to Florida. I'd probably go back. I'd probably go back and like, oh yeah, I would definitely go back because I need to figure out what the hell just happened. All the
Yeah.
signs disappeared, so I would go back home
Because
and
the
be
thing
like,
is
oh,
too, like, imagine, when there's like power outages and people
mm,
freak out at the
yeah,
stoplight and it like flickers red or it's just off. No one knows
right,
what to do.
no,
Everyone's just like, what do we do? What do we do?
yeah,
You know?
yeah. If nobody was there for a long time, I'd probably just get out in direct traffic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. There you go.
this is get everybody through this
I
very difficult time.
I wouldn't, only because I feel like I would do a bad job at making sure I direct it correctly. You know what I mean? Like, I would just be like,
You're like, everybody, come on in, bring
yeah.
it in. Let's have a nice little time in the middle.
But yeah, so that's on my mind a lot. I think about that
A
often. Like,
lot.
what would we do? Yeah, like
Wow, like a
a lot
lot.
off. I would say twice a month at least. It's a lot, right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's a lot for that kind of thought. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I always, it just pops in my head, like, what would we do if science just disappeared? If I'm standing in line somewhere, I'm like, if everything just disappeared, what would we do? No one would know, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's
Because,
true.
like, think about how we rely on those directional
We
cues
do,
for
yeah.
everything, you know?
I mean
Sometimes
flights would be grounded. Yeah, I mean lots of things.
do you take the push or pull sign off a door and people are like,
Oh
huh?
yeah.
Huh? You know what I mean? It's like,
That's
what?
kind of funny though. That I'd like to do anyway.
Yeah. I
Just to
mean,
see,
what else? Like, I mean, I have that a
It's
lot.
kind of the fault of the door though, because like there's like a basic expectation of doors. When you're going in you pull, and when you're going out you push, and then when they reverse that, it's weird.
But even when it's not reversed, if you take the sign off, people don't
Yeah.
know what to do. You know, it's like you don't even realize that you follow these directions until it's not there. And then you're like, what is
Yeah.
going on? You know, like we have a door at the yoga studio and it's push, but the push bar doesn't work. So you have to like use the handle. So when people
Yes.
push it and it doesn't work, they pull and it's like, no, the handle. And then they lock it and you're like, literally just like take the handle, pull it down and like push it like a regular door, you know?
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that going into it. Yeah. That proves your point. That
There's
would be
like too many.
chaotic.
I have this too with like mac and cheese. Like we all know how to make mac
Wow.
and
You
okay,
are jumping
listen,
around.
tell
I'm
me
listening.
that
I'm listening.
tell me that you don't do this. Maybe
Okay.
you don't, but a lot of people do this where
Okay.
I know how to make mac and cheese. I have
Okay.
made it so many times. It's so basic. There's no question how to make mac and cheese. But if
Okay.
I buy instant mac and cheese, I throw the box away. I have to pull it out of the trash 100 times to make sure that I'm making it correctly. Like, why is that? You don't do that? I'm sure that
No. I do, but then I don't. That's just because I don't know how to make it. Like I don't know how to make it according to whatever the rules. So like if I got boxed pancakes, God forbid, I would, I would have to look at what they're saying because I don't know how to make it their way.
But even if you've made those same boxed pancakes over and over again, like at one point you do know.
You probably yeah, because you could. I think you become. That's what it is. I think you become dependent on it to a certain degree. Like
it's
even
like
if you know it,
yes.
yeah, exactly. You just need to have it there. You need to have that. In place.
It's like a little child riding their bicycle, and then it's like you're fine. You know how to ride your bike. You just got to let go. You know,
right.
And
exactly.
like,
yeah.
No, I don't know. It's
all
like
of a sudden
I
don't know. Yeah, and if you trick them, and you just remove yourself from that without them knowing, they'll be fine.
Like if the box disappeared completely, I would know how to make mac and cheese. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm just like.
But if you knew that it disappeared, it would distract you to the point where you would forget.
I would
or you
just
would not be as confident.
if I knew that it disappeared.
Like if you knew that the box was in the trash, like it wasn't there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then all of a sudden, then it would distract you to the point where you're like, oh shoot, how do I make this again?
You're like, wait a second, because I'm still relying on those instructions. Like I don't know how to do it, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's the same thing. Like this guy in the movie theater, like, where do I go? It's like, you actually know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you actually know where to go. You don't need me to tell you. You're good. You got it. You figured it out, you know?
No, I guess so. I guess it's also like we're afraid of doing the wrong thing too, on some level, and getting corrected for it. So
that's
like,
true.
I think that's part of it, especially in a place like a movie theater or like a business of some sort. Like
for me, if there's no signs and I'm doing the wrong thing and I'm being corrected for it, like that's on you. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
Don't correct me, sir. Like you don't have signs in your building.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
and then we got bathrooms.
Well,
with no signs.
Well, you don't have a sign in your bathroom at home either. You know what I mean? Like we're fine.
Yeah, because there's one stall. Like, do you have multiple stalls?
No. But I'm saying,
do you have urinals in your house?
At the
I wish I had a urinal.
At the end, no, I don't have a urinal.
I wish I did.
At the end of the day, that would be okay too. You know what I mean? Like somehow you'd figure out, like, oh, this is for guys. Because the moment you walk in, you see
the one with
urinals.
the one with the couch and the fancy mirror. I'm guessing that's not mine.
Right. Yeah, and then you're like, okay, I guess I don't belong here. I'm gonna go somewhere else. You know?
Right. Yeah, no.
But
absolutely.
also, most states nowadays, you can go in anyone.
What? No.
Actually, when was it? It was like
we don't all live in Florida.
No. One of the New York airports that I was in, they had a unisex bathroom.
Yeah, honestly, but so like a lot of the airports, they'll have like you just go in and there's different like rooms, like different like your house where you go in and they just open up like that.
Yeah, but the one in New York was like how you would, the bathrooms at Target where it's like woman's side, man's side.
Yeah.
And then it's like all stalls, regular half stalls. The one that I saw, I don't know if it was New York or somewhere. I don't know where it was, but it was an airport that had just like everybody could go in anyone. Either or.
Right. So an airport translates to most bathrooms now.
Well, I'm just saying we're well on the way there. No, but like that was a hot topic for a while too. But I'm just saying like that actually existed. And there was this woman that came in and she's like, oh, hell no. She like was so mad. She's like, what is this? Anyways, yeah, I'm like, it's okay. I mean, you can still close the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I need my urinals.
There's enough people here.
I'm disappointed that I don't have a urinal in the house. I will at some point, but like
I don't know though. I feel like if you have a urinal in your house, you need it to be a separate thing because that's the smell. No, even if you maintain it.
No, what do you mean the smell? It goes straight down.
It's so open. I know, but you don't wash the whole walls, right? Like
what walls? What are you peeing on?
The urinal has a like a it's like, I know what a urinal looks like. Which one do you want? Like you want the tall one or you want the basket one?
Tall one or
you want the ones that are like tall or you want the one that's like a circle?
Oh, that's what you're talking about? Okay, the rectangular or circular ones?
Some of them are tall.
Yeah,
like are
really
more
matter.
Like a wall. So it's like, don't you pee on the wall and then you let it just drip in, or you pee in the drain? I don't know. I'm not a guy. Right. I'm assuming if I was a guy, I would kind of pee all over.
Yeah, I think that's where this question is coming from. We're getting the confusion. Is you're like, I'd just be like. There's no fire hosing it all over the place.
I would be. And then it's like, then you also have to wash the walls if that's what you're going to do.
No. It's no different than a bowl.
But
it's
you
no
flush
different than a bowl. Yeah. Or you have a lot of them just automatic flushes.
Does the flush go like a waterfall on all of the porcelain? Or does it go just in the drain? Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But you always have parts in porcelain that are like dry. The water will just go.
Okay, well, same thing with the toilet bowl then.
But the toilet bowl it's submerged in water. So even if
is this.
Is it? Okay. I said, I wouldn't know. I just feel like having a urinal at your
Well,
house.
it just sounds like you're very confident about it to not know.
I know.
And there's even like
Literally.
even in there, there's a there it has the most disgusting name in the world, but there's urinal cakes too in some cases.
Yeah.
Though you don't have a lot of those anymore. Now it's just those rubber mats, plastic
You
mats.
got a taste of what it's like to be mansplained to. I literally just tried to explain a urinal to you, having no idea what a urinal, how it works, how you pee with the penis, and in
With
it,
the penis.
and I was like, this is
How you pee with the penis? That's just
yeah, I don't know. And I'm like sitting here debating you on urinals.
but you pee on the wall.
I know.
You pee on the wall and then it splashes off the wall and it bounces down into this little bowl. Sometimes it catches it, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, literally.
Wow. Yeah, no, actually, no. Urinals tend to be a lot better than toilets for this.
I'll take your word for it. How about that? I'm gonna take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
Especially when you're tall. I'll let you figure that one out.
That I'll take your word for.
Right. Yeah.
100%. But I feel like, honestly, if you're tall, it's worse because it splashes. It has more.
And you're still coming back. You're like, I'll take your word for it. But hold on. I think it's worse.
I think it's worse. Okay.
No, it's just not. That's kind of physics. But yeah, no, it's they have like a little faux urinal for toddlers.
Oh, that's cute.
That they could flush too, which is kind of cute. But you got to empty it, and I'm like, hell no. So no, but Teo knows how to use a urinal, so we're good to go.
That's cool.
But you know what? But speaking of urinals, you know what bothers me in toilets? And I've only been to one, and I think it was in Austria. One public toilet where all three main things, are automatic, and that drives me nuts. Like, there's automatic flush, the automatic water, but not automatic soap. Or four things, really. Or automatic water, right? Okay. So at some point you're touching something. Or there's like a combination, like you might have to flush, but there's automatic soap, automatic water, and automatic paper towels. And it's like there's a combination, but no bathroom, except for that one that I went to, had all four things that are automatic. And that just, I feel like that's annoying to me.
Really? I feel like Target has it all automated.
Target has.
They have auto flush, auto. I used one yesterday. They have auto.
That's why it's not coming to mind, because it's a blower. They don't have the paper towels.
They have paper towels. The one where I have, they have paper.
Yeah,
they have paper towels.
Maybe you got a fancy Target. I don't know. Ours have the blower.
They have the blower and the dispenser.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh man! Yeah. Like, I know the whole eco-friendly thing, but recycle the paper towels, because I like paper towels and not just sitting there blowing germs everywhere.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because I think people are starting to realize that like blowers in bathrooms are actually the most disgusting thing, because the heat in the blowers literally just circulates all that bacteria.
Yeah.
So maybe they just installed it. I don't know, but mine has all four automated.
Wow. Well,
I know.
Being fancy. Being fancy. Well, see, I would, yeah. I would love that. So I would love that in my home, honestly. So I have the automatic soap in one of my bathrooms, those little dispenser things. Well, but I would love that.
When we redid the kitchen, Mantu was like, "Oh, can we get one of those faucets that are automatic?" And I don't know. I feel like no, because my reasoning for it was, then you get so used to it, like the chances of us forgetting to turn the water off in the bathroom or just like anywhere else is going to be higher.
No. I know what you're thinking, but I don't think so, because I thought that with the slow lowering toilet seats, especially with Teal, because we have one of those downstairs in the bathroom, but none of the other bathrooms have that. Mm-hmm. And so I was just like, oh, he's going to be slamming people's toilets when we go to other places. He's going to be slamming them upstairs. But no, he just figures out the difference, and like he doesn't slam them. So I think that I think you guys would be okay and wouldn't just leave the water. But then again, maybe you would.
I know, because I also feel like Theo's brain is more malleable than mine. You know what I mean? Like mine would just be like, oh, done. Never again do I turn anything off.
I don't have to touch anything anymore.
I know. And I don't know. We don't need to have that much of an automated home. Like we're good. Like manual is fine. You know? So we have a regular faucet. I actually wanted to get one of those like vintage one with the two handles.
Oh yeah.
And then but then I was like, that's really inconvenient because then you would have to open one and then the other. You know what I mean? To get like the perfect amount of water. And like with kids, if you're like holding Ela and you're trying to open, no, it's like aesthetically it looks very nice, but it's just not functional.
Right. Okay. So you were like, your idea for functionality, screw that.
That's too much.
Mine's reasonable.
What we did is we met in the middle.
Oh, okay.
We met in the middle.
You met in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we got a normal functioning faucet that's not going to make anyone confused.
See, I like the ones where you can touch it and it turns on.
That's what we were gonna get.
That's the one? Yeah, okay.
That's what we were going to get, but we didn't.
I like the voice activated too.
Yeah, okay, that's too much now. All right.
I mean, I like all that kind of stuff, so
I know. Same with Matthew. He's always like, let's do it. And I'm like, yeah.
I had a kettle that in France that would just turn on with either my phone or I could schedule it. So it would boil the water for tea in the morning, and it would just like, or when you got home, it would start boiling the water. Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah. No, you can't appreciate that now. You hate these things.
Yeah. One of our fans in the living room has like the app that you use to turn
I thought you were like, one of our fans. I was like, oh, okay.
No. One of our 20 fans. No, or like one of our fans just of existing.
Right.
Our everyday fan. No, our ceiling fan. Has an app that you use to turn it off and on. But the thing is, like, my app keeps disconnecting me, so I don't have the ability.
Annoying.
Exactly. So that's what's so, and it's like, and we lost the remote, so it's like we can't turn the light off.
Now you just have a break. I know that. See, that's Erin's pet peeve with things is like everything takes an app now.
Yes, it's annoying.
She's like, I'm tired of all these apps. I don't want another app for another thing.
No.
And like, I 100% get that. I don't mind it depending on what it is, because like our washer machine, our dishwasher, our TVs, all those are all in one app. But it's not always like super responsive.
That's
and it's
exactly
like that's the annoying part. Yeah. Yes. So it's like it's cool, but honestly, I use it most for notification. Like it'll tell you when the laundry's done, and that's useful. Yeah. But then it gets disconnected, and then you're like, oh, shit, I got to reconnect that. It's one more thing to do.
Exactly. And so now I have to text Matthew, like, he's my app. I'm like, can you turn the light off in the living room? You know what I mean? Like,
this is why he wants automated stuff, because you keep asking him to do it, and he's like, man, I need to automate my life here.
No, but if there was a switch, it would be easy. I could just get up and do it myself.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Would you
rather? All right, you want to
go? I have one, yes. Would you rather have anger issues or trust issues? Okay, and it's like not just like I got trust issues. Like you have actual trust issues and you have actual anger issues.
Okay, you're gonna have to define those a little bit better then.
You have neither, so you don't know what to. I don't know what anger issues are.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure out like. When you said not just trust it, but you have trust issues. I need to know what the difference is.
Like to the extreme, like, some people are like, I got trust issues, but it's like, no, you don't. Like, you know what trust issues are? Like actual trust issues. Like you.
I don't hang out with a lot of people that self-diagnose publicly like that.
Okay, that's good. But I'm just saying, like, it's like I feel like these terms have become so mainstream, and people are like, oh, anger issues much, but Yeah.
They become excuses, which is why I don't hang out with people that self-diagnose a lot.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, trust issues. Like, you actually can't trust people. Anyone.
Okay.
Like, you're just so distrustful, you don't believe that you can trust people. And then anger issues is like, you fly off. You're just always angry. And like, maybe I should say there's a little bit of a limit to your anger, but there's, you have anger issues.
Right. I'm definitely gonna go with trust issues
Why?
because I mean I kind of feel like I'm close to that anyway, and you
What do
just
you
kind of
mean?
like I don't trust. Like I'm not as trusting as a lot of people I feel are.
But trust issues could also like isolate you from your relationship, right? Because you don't trust your partner. You don't trust
Yeah,
like
I don't have trust issues there. Um, so you're saying that trust issues would have to go everywhere?
all around. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
definitely,
like the pee on the urinal,
trust
just like
issues though. Still trust issues though, because the relationship with Aaron was the big pause for trust issues. Me wondering whether trust issues was my answer, but I don't want to have anger issues with her. So I'd much rather have trust issues
but
than
sometimes your
anger
trust
issues.
issues can be so bad that they can turn into anger issues, right?
Okay, now Kate, see, you can't you change it. Now you're just making one thing into another. You're like, would you rather A or B? Okay, I'll take B. Well, you know, B is sometimes A.
No,
So
I'm just
now you got A B.
but it's true. I mean, sometimes trust issues
Yeah,
can make
well, okay, but this is a fictitious would you rather in which we pick
okay.
one or the
Okay.
other. You can't squeeze me into two.
Okay. So you're saying trust issues?
Trust issues, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
I yes, I feel like similarly, but also
Okay.
maybe anger issues because I feel like both of those things are just like feelings that you want to express. And I
Okay.
feel like with anger issues, at least you have an outlet. With trust
Yes.
issues, you don't really do because
Yeah,
it's
you do
kind of
have an
shameful.
you do have an outlet for trust issues. You hedge things.
But it I feel like it can cause you more like anxiety, right? Like having trust
Yeah,
issues
you're
versus
saying
anger
trust
issues.
issues that will create more internal
Turmoil.
intern to yourself,
Yes.
whereas anger is more that's other people to deal with, and
Yes.
we know where you stand. We know where you stand. We know where you stand
It's like,
there.
look, my anger issues, that's your
That's
problem.
your problem.
Don't piss me off.
Right,
It's like
exactly.
my trust issues become my problem, and it's like, I
Yeah,
don't want to
and
deal
now
with
I'm
that.
stuck with them. I don't want to
Yeah.
deal with my problems. You deal with my
No,
problems.
because
Yeah.
like trust issues can really like spiral you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
so can anger
because
issues.
then you're like,
Send you,
if your friend's saying like, hey, I'm late or something, and you're like,
yeah.
oh my god, are they really late, or are they, I don't know, are they just lying to me? Like everything can manifest in a trust issue.
Yeah, and then anger issues, they're like, oh, they're late, and you're like, what the fuck, you're late, and then you're like, you
Yeah.
know what, fuck you, never come back anyway, I don't care, and now you don't have a friend. So either way,
Yeah, that's true.
I think, maybe trust issues, if they do show up, y'all might have a nice evening. Anger issues, you're gonna make sure they don't show up because fuck them. I never want to see you again.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's true. Okay.
I'm gonna go with trust issues.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
yeah,
see somebody every once in a while.
yeah. That's true.
But you do you. Uh,
No, okay. Yeah, you're right. True. I'll do trust issues too.
okay, so mine is: would you rather talk really slowly all the time or speak
Mm-mm.
really quickly all the time to the point where people have a hard time understanding you?
Isn't that already the case?
What?
I feel like I already speak fast.
No, you don't speak fast. You jump around with your thoughts fast, but
Okay,
you don't speak fast. So like
that's
you'll jump around from no signs to something that happened in
yeah,
Chipotle,
that's true.
and then like where people are like, what the heck's going on? But it's not because you speak fast though. I'm saying like you speak so quickly that people are having a hard time understanding you, or you speak so slowly
Hmm.
that it's like that sloth in
Yeah. No, no,
Zootopia.
no, 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 no. Like just
No, can't do
nah.
that. No. Nope. I'll do it fast,
Oh
fast,
my.
fast, fast, fast.
Like the way it bothers me when people speak slowly. Like, can we, like, what are you
Yeah,
trying to say? What are you
yeah,
trying to say?
yeah, yeah. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna do fast because
Mine's hesitation. Like when somebody is too, um, like
hesitant.
yeah, but to the point of almost I don't know.
Like what
It's
you're doing right now.
yeah, that thing exactly. That's exactly it. No, but like in terms of taking action on
No, I
something,
know, I
where you're
know.
like, Should I okay, that right there, like, okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna need to move it on because this hesitation thing is just not it. No, that'll
I
bring out my anger issues.
yeah. Similarly to like hesitation, what I don't like is like people who just don't know how to do basic things. Like I don't know if it's like a if it's like a cute thing they think they're doing, like if you're in a group to be like, how do you do this? Like how do you
Oh
use this
yeah,
machine?
yes, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's like
It's like for when
it's
they do it for
a
attention, like
it's
it's
a
not just like you didn't know.
machine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like no offense to my mom, and it's not like she listens to this, but like she does this a lot, and it drives me insane. Like she'll, it's like how do I open this door? And I always have to remind her, like if I wasn't here, would you be able to know how to? Like you would figure it out,
Yeah,
wouldn't you figure it out? You know, like you
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
just I don't just open the door.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
part of it is just wanting to be taken care of on some level. Like they just want to know that you're there.
I mean, can you open the door for me? Is a simple way to ask for.
Listen, preaching to the choir. I
Yeah.
know that.
You
I
know.
know. It's
Because
just you know.
I have that with Sienna too sometimes where she's like, how do I? I'm like, you know how to do this. I know you know how
Yes.
to do this.
Yeah.
And if you need me to do
Yeah.
it, that's fine. Just tell me. Like,
Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
do that for me? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No. Yeah. 100%. Actually, even that's another pet peeve of me while we're talking about is Teo. He will say like I cannot stand indirectness
Uh huh.
with things, and because my grandfather would do that, like he would just like look around at the table, like look around like he's looking for something,
Uh
and
huh.
not say, not ask. No, he wouldn't ask. He would just keep looking around until somebody said, what do you need? What do you need?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why don't you just ask for what you want? Like just
Yeah.
ask for what you want. This whole
Literally.
like just ask for what you want." Until when Till says something like, what does he? Oh, he'll say that there's no more water in my cup. I always tell him that's a statement, and
Yeah.
then he knows. Can you fill me my cup with water, please? And I'm like, there you go. Like solve your
Yeah.
problem. You can
Right.
ask me, but solve
Yeah.
your problem with the solution. Like the solution is you asking me, not
Yeah.
just stating that you have a problem out in the ether
Yeah.
and expecting somebody to jump
Yeah.
up. And I feel like people still have that. Like when they grow up, that's why it bothers me with him, and I make sure that he doesn't do it because this is like one of those things as a kid. Like somebody popped up every time you said you had a problem, and they went and solved it, and you becoming an adult, and all of a sudden it's like you expecting the same thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't. What's this? And
Yeah.
somebody's supposed to just pop up. I don't know.
It's like,
Ask me to help you with something, but just don't be like, I have a problem. Okay.
yeah, or like it's similar, like bringing it back to the very beginning, having no direction. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you walk
Yes.
into
Yeah.
a bank and there's no sign telling you where to go, and you're just like, you could just be
Right.
like, "Ma'am, where do I go?"
Exactly.
And
Like,
like,
where
let's
is
just,
X?
yeah,
Where is
where
what?
do
Yeah.
I go? And I feel like I take it to the extreme sometimes too, though, where I don't even look around in the grocery store anymore if I can't find something. If I'm like in an aisle and I don't see it, and I see someone standing right there, I'm like, where can I find this? You know? And then
Yeah.
they're just like, you're in the chip aisle and you're looking for dairy. It's gonna be in the somewhere in the dairy aisle, I'm sure. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that, but I have no problem asking for
Right.
help, you know, or at least like I think make your life easier. This is why people are here. If you're in a place like a customer service place, they want to help you. Ask for it, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like
See,
with CN
I would probably tend on the other side. I will find it because then it's a challenge. Like I have to fix it. I have to actually stop doing that in business environment sometimes and just like ask as
because the
opposed to
thing
like
is,
just yeah.
for me, it's mostly just a convenience thing because the grocery store is ginormous, you know?
Right.
Like if I'm here and that thing is all the way on the other end, I might have
Yeah.
walked back 3 times and it's like, what am I doing? Like just point me in the right direction. But then I
Right.
do hate it when they're like, oh, let me walk you. And I'm like, no, you don't have to walk me. Just tell me where it is. I'm not that incapable. You know what I mean?
That's nice though.
No,
That's
I
like
know.
I mean that's definitely not you should live in France and
Yeah, they're like, they won't even answer you.
yeah, if they answer you,
Yeah.
it'll be like it's down there somewhere.
Yeah. Go
Like they don't
use
even
your
care.
eyes.
Yeah, I mean, like
No.
you look at the same thing I do. Like, chill, go over there.
But that's like one of the things that I always wanted to teach Sienna to, and Eli's like, ask. Because I think like not
Yeah.
everybody's raised like knowing that it's okay to ask when you're not sure where something is, And it's like, you can just ask. You can tell them you're not happy. Like at restaurants, when sometimes people are like, oh, I don't like my food. It's like, well, tell them. And then usually
Right.
they'll take it back. It's not a big deal, you
Right,
know?
right, yeah. Unless they spit in your food.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
something different.
yeah, then as long as I don't know, I guess, as long as I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay. All right.
All right.
Current event. Our current event is
that this is the last episode.
that this is the last episode.
And so
there and 26 episodes season 1, 26 episodes season 2.
It's like it was meant to be,
I know. This is a 26th episode.
And who knows, when we are retired, gray, crumply rats, we might come in for a season 3 and just...
Well, first of all, I don't ever plan on retiring. So that's not going to be it. But...
Yeah,
but maybe we'll do a special seasonal one, like a special New Year's episode or something like that.
Maybe you just maybe we'll just do a random episode.
That's my point. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, super random, not attaching it. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do that too. Yeah,
we'll just be like, hey,
hey, we're here. We put one out. Nobody knows. Yeah, but I don't know if that.
No.
Maybe we could attach it to do a New Year's special or something like that. That would be fun.
If I have too many random thoughts bubbling up, we might have to do one.
I was about to say, I think your random thought generator in there is going to need
an outlet of some sort.
Yeah, at some point, and be like, listen.
Yeah, but it's been a fun run. Thank you for listening. Current event is we out. We out.
I just love how you go down a path having no idea where you're heading. And you're like, if I keep talking, it's going to make sense eventually. So just keep saying something. And that's what we all encourage you to do. Just keep saying, no, please don't actually. Please don't.
The whole point of RATz.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, we are getting philosophical. Let's sit down and listen. Okay.
RATz is that you not be so ashamed of your random thoughts that exist in your brain. That there is someone else out there who thinks the same random thing.
Yes.
And that what you think is random actually is not so random at all.
Yes, because then there's someone else out there whose name is Kate, whose thoughts are even more random than yours.
And so it is. Hallelujah. Amen.
I just like how you end things with
You know that?
So
bless you. Bless you and bless us. And
for having blessed you with such randomness for over a year now, because the first episode was December 22nd.
Yes. I know.
December 22nd, and we are now in February.
Yes.
1 year and 2 months away, so that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It was a fun run. Honestly, the list only has 7 more random topics on it.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Let me read them.
Yeah, read them. Of course, yeah.
Okay, let me read them. Okay, so we have number 1. Adults are just kids playing pretend with real assets, lol.
Yes, 100%, yeah.
Okay.
That was a pretty straightforward one.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of cool when you think about it. Like when you're in the store and you're paying for stuff, you're like, this
I think about it
different.
All the time. On that one, I think about it all the time because I'm like, well, I always have my kids on the playground theory, so that there are all those personalities that you find on the playground when you were younger. They're still the same ones here. So you just look around and you're like, oh, the CEO of that company, that's that kid. I remember that one. We're all the same, personalities. You just find them and you can figure out how they're going to act.
What I think is also funny is like, especially when you're in the grocery store at the bank or when you're calling customer service, you're like, hello, can you help me? And there's someone on the other side, like, yes, I can help you. You know what I mean? But they have like actual tools to help you. Whereas like when you were a child, you didn't have that.
They
so
did.
You were just pretending.
You did have that when you were a child. You had your imagination. You made up what it was.
That's true.
Now it's not that you make it up, but somebody else who built the business made it up.
That's true. But you see, like, I just think that's so funny.
I do. Yeah. Okay.
And so actually, number one, that thought came to me in number two, which is IKEA. I love IKEA.
IKEA is the entire thought.
IKEA is the entire thought. Yeah.
Okay, we can move on that one.
No,
okay.
I love IKEA.
I know you love IKEA. We've had conversations about
because people don't love it, and I'm like, what? Are you crazy? Have you ever put together something from IKEA? People love to hate on IKEA and be like, oh, it's so horrible having to put this together. It's so hard. Go put together something from IKEA for a couple of hours, and then go buy something off Amazon that has dupe instructions.
Oh yeah.
And it makes no sense.
No, well, these right here are from IKEA.
They're amazing. Yeah. They think of everything. I actually go so far to say if you are some sort of like engineer that had a job at IKEA and you go apply somewhere, you have to have a special like accolade or some sort of special recognition because they make accolade. I want to say accolade.
You said accolade?
Accolade.
Accolade?
I've always just like read that in my imagination in a book. I've never used the word out loud.
Oh wow, that's impressive though. If you've never used the word, that's the first time. Yeah, that's the first time. That's impressive that you pull it from a book. Accolade. I do like accolade better. I feel like it's a lot higher brow than accolade. Accolade. But accolade.
So you can imagine why I thought that's how you read it out loud.
No, I do. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Accolade.
Contextually, it makes sense.
It does. Yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah.
Because I feel like they really know how to make things like work, and it's so functional, and they just are top tier. IKEA, people love to say it's cheap. It's not cheap because you get the same stuff from CB2 and West Elm. It's just branded differently. You know what I mean?
And we just want to let you know that our last episode is sponsored by IKEA. This is
why
Kate is...
If our episode was sponsored by IKEA, we wouldn't be ending it. But listen.
That's a fair point, yes.
But IKEA is top tier. I love IKEA, and I like to think that IKEA loves me too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Okay.
Number 3, sampling grapes at the grocery store, theft or nah? I actually texted you about this one.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think it's theft.
No, it's petty theft at best.
I mean, yes.
Now, biting a bite out of an apple, that's different. I guess it's the size. Yeah. Is it the size?
It's like
if a chips bag was open, then it wouldn't be a big deal. But because it's like the size.
If they sold like individual chips, like bulk chips, and you take
bulk
one,
chips, and you took one, it wouldn't be a big deal, right?
Right. Yeah. But if you,
what if you crack a walnut?
I feel like the effort it takes to do something is what constitutes it as theft. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, now you to break into this thing.
Yeah. Also, you're making a mess. So like, you got to pay for it. You know. I feel like a grape is easy. And why do they keep the bags open if they don't want you to sample the grapes? The bags are always open.
That's an interesting thought process. Okay.
They are practically begging for me to take one of those grapes. Because otherwise they would close it. If a bag is closed, then if you have to open it to try it, it's theft. If it's open already, free game. There you go.
Okay, but then we also have to add the condition of effort and size.
Yes, that's true. Okay, right. 4, riddles and how they are the most annoying. I friggin' hate riddles.
Oh, I love
They're
riddles.
So dumb. The ones that I just think why?
I'm listening to a podcast right now. It's like it's a Batman podcast, and this one's all from the perspective of the Riddler. And I love riddles.
I mean, I love true crime. I love a good serial killer, you know. Well, but I mean, like when you're giving me a riddle, like, oh, so and so was home at 6:00, and then so and so came home at 8:00. What time did so-and-so leave? Like, what are you telling me right now?
That sounds more like a math problem. A riddle is what disappears when you say its name.
Yeah, those are annoying too. Just tell me.
Silence.
You know what I mean? Okay. Either way, there's so that also is like that's like a riddle and a joke. You know what I mean?
Riddle and a joke. Well, I feel like a riddle is kind of like
Like a joke.
like it's kind of like a logic problem with a joke. You
Yeah.
know, yeah,
No, I don't like
double
them.
entendre or something. Okay, fair enough. All right, next one.
Entendre, not entrand.
Not entrained, not entrails. Okay.
Okay. 5. When you ask a question, yes or no question, and someone says it's fine or that's okay, what does that mean? For example, do you want me to close the door? It's fine. That's okay. Like, what do you want me to do?
That is annoying to me.
It's so
Like, because
annoying.
unless you mean it doesn't matter to you, because that's the only thing that's acceptable to me.
Right.
Is like it doesn't matter to you. Okay, then I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
Right.
And then if you're like, oh, I thought you were gonna close the door. No, you said it's fine, so it doesn't matter.
Like, it's so.
Right.
Can you answer yes or no?
Just
like,
yes,
yes
or no. Do
no
you want the? Yeah, it goes back to the directness thing. Do you want this?
Right.
Sure. Oh fuck.
Because then you also gotta go like, do you want me to close the door? It's fine. So do you want me to close the door?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then or like sure. Okay. Are you saying sure because you think I want the door closed, and therefore you're like, I wouldn't want the door closed, but because you want it, sure.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm asking you, and I don't care.
Yeah.
So let's just go. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Someone be
yeah.
direct here. Yeah.
Yes, please. Okay.
Okay. We just did this one. If one day all the lines and signs, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
AI and house robots. Alexa, Siri, they read our thoughts. Chat GBT.
No, they don't read our thoughts. They read, no, Kate, no with your conspiracies. Okay. No, they don't read our thoughts. They compile our communication and they make educated guesses. That's what AI is.
Okay, so
and they're most of the time right because we're not that unique.
Okay, so we're not going to say that they read our thoughts, but we can fairly say that they assume our thoughts.
They predict our desires. Yes.
They assume what our thoughts are. So see, when we don't know and we're like, sure, it's fine. They're like, nope, I'm actually going to tell you what you need
based on how many times you've opened the window or opened the door over the last 2 years. Based on that, I know what you want. It's just like a partner, really. Except for this partner doesn't forget things, so they're more accurate in predicting.
I'm sensing a little. What's over here? What am I sensing? Aaron?
Oh no, that wasn't even the direction I was going in. I was thinking,
except for this partner doesn't forget things.
That now that I hear that back, I'm like, yeah, that definitely sounded like that.
Jeez, it's like your Valentine's story that you posted. You're like, what you were gonna do? You're gonna play basketball.
Oh, I got so much. I was just saying, I love basketball. Chill.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, I think I texted you and I was like, "You're literally saying f my wife with this one." Like,
no, I don't. We don't do much for Valentine's Day anyway.
I'm just kidding.
No,
I know.
I just love basketball. Listen, basketball was always going to be the third wheel in our relationship, and she knew it.
I hear you. Okay, number 8. Is there such a thing as a useless skill? And this came from a bed making competition that I saw on the internet. That people have bed making competitions.
Yeah, 100% there's a useless skill. Is
there such a thing as a useless skill?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if it's a skill, it's a skill. Like one day you're going to be able to use it. Like if you're ever late for checkout or something, and or you know, like you own an Airbnb and the people are on their way, and you have to make the bed, and you have that bed making skill.
Yeah, but you just picked bed making. Bed making literally comes up every morning.
Okay, so what is a useless skill?
Like half the drills that we had to do in high school with a compass and a protractor.
I mean, but engineers use that, so it's useless at some point.
No. I'm saying like we did some stupid like, oh, imagine you're on a desert island and you have to like it's just stuff that would just never come up at all, or like or skills that just don't exist anymore, that have just been absolutely like completely replaced. I don't know. I mean, you could maybe make an argument that you could make it useful by building a business around it, but honestly, there's
I feel like
absolutely
with
useless.
the internet, everything is a useful skill.
Because you can show it to people and they find it interesting.
Then, yes.
Yeah.
Like I could go like this on the internet on the live.
And just and then I mean I guess
look, you're like
also
entranced.
This is well no I wasn't entranced. I was actually thinking about how you said we could do like this, and we've been doing the podcast for over a year now, and this is audio. Nobody can see what you're doing.
Well, I'm going like this with my fingers.
I'm going like this with my fingers. Again, going like this with my fingers.
Up and down like it's like a pin, like I'm pinching. I'm pinching. So like a claw, I'm pinching. That over and over. I could do that on a live.
Yeah,
and
probably.
I'll get more viewers than we have listeners on RATz.
Maybe you should have been doing that on RATz. Do that then.
Do this.
Oh my goodness. Just keep doing that. That's fine.
Because this engages people's brains, and they okay. Anyways,
and I like how you're still doing it because I'm
that was it, guys.
That was it. That was all of them. Okay.
Au revoir. I know. Don't even.
No, I wasn't going to correct that.
Okay.
Listen, that was better than accolade. So.
What did I? Accolade.
Accolade. Well,
That's
no,
what I say.
you the first time you said.
No, I said accolade.
No, the first time I forgot how you said it, but it was funny.
I said accolade. Accolade. Isn't that what I said?
I think so. I don't know.
The good thing is that
now
we
you're
can rewind it to say.
Now you're saying it too many times. Now that should have been on your. I don't know if it was when you say a word too many times and it doesn't have no more meaning.
Yeah, like spoon.
Yeah, and then you start thinking about too much.
This is also one. Okay, last one.
Okay.
Like, have you ever looked at your foot for too long and then it looks like it's growing? Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an awesome year.
Look at your foot. Stare at it for a while, and it's gonna grow. I swear to you.
This is our last episodes for reasons that you can clearly see. We have gone off the rails. Thank you so much for joining us.
You.
It's been a fun ride. We might do a special episode, maybe
not
at some point if people want it. Awesome. Thank you, Kate. It has been very fun doing this with you. It has been random and very fun.
Same. Now we just need to like meet in person, like see each other in person again soon.
Why?
I don't know, because I feel like that's the next. That's the next step.
Kate, you will not be part of our relationship. I know this was one big ruse to get close to Aaron.
I'm already close to Aaron.
No, but you will not be part of our relationship.
That is not true. I am already a part of it. That's the thing that you keep forgetting. Like, I don't understand. All right. See you. Bye.
All right. Bye. Cue the pen. That's it for this podcast episode.
Thank you so much for listening to our random ass thoughts.
To keep the conversation going, join us on social.
And if you have a friend that needs a chill pill or a laugh,
send them this podcast too. See you next week.